Hello there, and welcome to this latest tutorial on using the CasaTunes app. In this tutorial, we're going to be looking at creating and managing playlists. Now, in CasaTunes, you can create what we call CasaTunes playlists by simply selecting all the music that you want to listen to and adding it to the queue, and then saving that queue as a playlist. So how does that work? All right, let's go and look at the app. So in this particular demo, what I've got here is my current room is the master bedroom, and I'm playing David's player source in the master bedroom. And I've currently got a queue of a bunch of John Mayer songs. So if we look at the queue, we can see that we have a bunch of albums from John Mayer that's currently in the queue. So the easiest thing to do now is I can just go ahead and save the contents of the queue as a CasaTunes playlist. Let's go ahead and hit the save. It's in the bottom toolbar. So it's now prompting me for a name, so I'm going to say Mayer Music. I'll call it Mayer Playlist. And I now have an option whether to check the Save as Favorites option or not. When you check the Save as Favorites options, what it does is it basically prioritizes your playlist to be listed first. So all the favorite playlists are listed first, and then the regular playlists are listed below that. So let's go ahead and say, yes, I want to make this one of my favorites, and let's go ahead and save it. Okay, so where do I find those playlists? So now if we go back to the Now Playing screen and we go to Select Music, you'll see that down at the bottom of all my music services there's the Playlists option. So let's drill down into the playlists. And here now you can see that I have a couple of favorite playlists listed before the rest of my playlists. And you can see the Mayer playlist that we just saved is 56 items, and it's got the heart to indicate that it's a favorite. So now if I want to play this playlist, all I have to do is just hit on the play sign within the circle on the cover art, and it'll start playing those songs. It's great. Now the other thing that I can do from here is if I don't like the Mayer playlist name, I can change that. So let's go ahead and rename that, and let's change that to be Mayer Songs. So that's how I can do that. And of course the other option is if I want to delete this playlist, I can delete the playlist as well. Now if I wanted to add this playlist to the current queue, what I need to do is actually drill down into the playlist. And now at the top here you can see that if I selected the play all, that would have the same effect as if I had pressed on the play icon that was on top of the cover art. But I want to add this music to the queue, so I basically press the ... and then say add to queue, and it then adds those songs to the queue. So the other thing to point out here is that you don't have to go into the queue to save the queue as a playlist. There's another way of saving playlists. Still will save the contents of the queue, but there's a shortcut to get there. So again, if we're in the Now Playing screen, you can see the more options on the bottom toolbar, the ... So let's go ahead and click on that. And now you can see that items 2, 3, and 4 in this list are also related to playlists. So first of all, I can save this queue as a playlist just as before, but you don't have to open the queue to be able to get to that option. And the second option is to actually add this queue to an existing playlist. And finally, the third option there, replace playlist with queue, would actually replace the contents of an existing playlist with the current queue. So for example, if you have a playlist and there's a couple of songs that you don't like in the playlist, or you want to add some songs to the playlist, you can select that playlist and then either add songs to the playlist or delete songs from the queue, and then replace the original playlist with the queue contents. Okay, so that was a quick overview of how to create playlists and rename them, delete them, and edit them. And just one other thing that's helpful to understand is that playlists don't have to be tracks. So for example, if I want to save a radio station as a playlist, I can do that. So for example, if I wanted to wake up each morning listening to my easy listening station on Pandora, I can go ahead into Pandora and select my easy listening. Where is that? Oh, it doesn't matter. I'll just go ahead and select John Lennon. And now after it starts playing, I can go ahead and save this as a playlist, and I can save this as a wake up playlist. Okay, and now when I want to select that playlist, I can just go into my all playlists and select wake up, and it'll start playing that station. And the reason that you'd want to do this is actually for things like waking up. So you can schedule playlists to turn on and turn off at certain times of the day, and so you may want to do that with a station as well as with different albums and so forth. Okay, so that's a quick summary of playlists in CasaTunes, and thank you for your time.